What's up guys, Chris from Welcome Board Store. Today we're taking a look at the 2024 Yes Greats. Yes Greats has been around in the Yes line since the beginning, and over the years they've just refined it to be one of the best all-mountain twin boards that you can get. So this board here is an asym board, is probably the main thing, and as you can see, it has quite a unique shape to the outline of this board. Asymmetrical means that it's got a heel side edge and a toe side edge. So when you're on your toe side edge, it's really easy to do a nice tight carve. And it's a lot harder to do the same arcing carve on your heels. So the idea behind the asym technology in this board is you have a shorter step in through the middle of the board, and not quite, but a little bit deeper. And then on the toe edge of the board, the step in is longer and shallower. So it's a twin snowboard, which means that it's going to ride the same both ways. Then the camber profile in the board is camber between the feet and then rocker out the nose and tail. So you're getting load and energy through the middle of the board and pop, and then loose and playful and rock it out through the tail. Rocker out through the tail is going to help the board sit back in powder, and it's also going to help the board butter. It's going to help it be looser on butters and 360s and stuff like that, but then still got plenty of camber holding in between the contact points here to where it will hold. Talking about hold, one thing that Yes does is they do their mid-bite technology, where the board steps in through the middle of the board, making the board nice and narrow through the middle and keeping quite a wide outline through the nose and tail of the board. Having that width through here is going to make the board more versatile in good snow, powder riding. Also, just stability for butters, stability on rails, stability just all around. It's just going to feel solid with that bit more width. Now, with the board being wider, you can size these boards down. I've been personally riding this board for a few years now. I am 5'11", 85 kilos, and I usually ride in, say, like a pretty normal width snowboard around 156 size, 157 boards. This board I've been riding in 154. So I've dropped down about 2 centimeters, and it just makes it really, really playful. And I was a little bit concerned about the board's versatility in powder when I first jumped on it. Being only a 154 for myself is quite a small board, but float was not an issue. I can ride a 154 in the Greats, and it handled powder no worries. And also at speed, there's no jitters. So when you have a board that's too small, and once you start macking and getting some speed, the board will feel jittery if it's too small for you. That's sort of the problem about going too small on your snowboard size. So sizing this board, you can go the volume shift option. I have ridden it in a 156 as well, and I liked it. And there's nothing wrong with just doing a normal size to what you normally ride in the Greats. It's just whether you want the board to feel more stable at speed. And for me, the 156 kind of felt a little bit boaty, like it felt like a lot of board, but it just hugged the snow and was really, really nice. And then obviously powder riding was awesome. Loses some playfulness. At 154, it's really, really playful and maneuverable. So I would suggest, if you're riding this board in Australia mostly, our runs aren't massive, probably size down. If you're looking to do most of your riding on bigger runs and overseas and stuff like that, maybe just stick to your regular sizing on it and you'll probably love it. And for a board that looks kind of not balanced, it's like such a balanced ride. Like, this side's completely different, the flex is different, they got stiffened up through here, but they've nailed it in a ways. And like I said at the start, they've worked on this since the start of Yes, which is 11 years now. And there's been a number of iterations and it just gets better and better. And if you're looking for an all-mountain twin, I feel like this board is really hard to go past, because with the asym and the mid-bite and everything that's got in it, just the way it carves like a directional carver. But then as a twin, you know, you've got that freestyle element of hitting jumps and all the freestyle stuff that, you know, twin lovers like to ride. So Yes 2 also has lifetime warranty with all their boards, always good. It's got the Uneen Pink on it, Pig this year on it, which is always sick. So the flex rating on this is a 7 out of 10. For me personally, I find this board quite easy to butter. It's not super stiff, but it's stiff enough to where you can comfortably send it, and the board doesn't feel floppy. It feels stable on landings if you go big, and it has a ton of pop off rails with that 7 out of 10 flex. So who's the Yes Greats for? The Yes Greats really could be that low beginner all the way through advanced riders. It is a pro level style board. Like, everything you get in here is super high end quality. But with the rocker out through the tail and the camber not being too extreme, it is still forgiving enough to be like, if your snowboarding has, you know, you've only just been snowboarding for a little bit, but you're picking it up, you can jump on this and it's not going to break you with that cam rock profile. It is really versatile. And if you want a board that does everything, just the one board quiver, it's really hard to go past this model. I believe it excels all over the mountain. So Yes 2024 Yes Greats. Come see us in store if you're interested in talking more about the Yes Greats, or check them out online. Thanks for watching.